Welcome to the Queen City, home of the Panthers, the Hornets, and several ex-Cats. It's the most populated city in North Carolina, the site of the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and a city rich in history.
Charlotte's awesome. It's been a beautiful city so far.
About a 6-hour drive from Lexington, fans here from Kentucky are keeping busy.
So far, good experience. Lots of fun things to do.
Just kind of been walking around the city, enjoying the sights and stuff.
And they're not alone. The city is booming, with an estimated 50 people moving here every single day.
Drove down yesterday, got here just in time to watch UK win the basketball game.
The city was founded in 1768, the site of the first gold rush, but Cats fans, they're staying focused on sports, saying the thing that will truly make this a successful trip is a win on New Year's Eve.
I want to see UK win Tuesday.
A win. A win over Virginia Tech.
Some of these Bath County high school students aren't yet old enough to drive a car, but man, they can certainly build one.
Checking the suspension bolts.
Do you all have the 9/16 socket out?
This is the end result of a 24-month project as part of the Solar Car Challenge. Program Director Brian Coleman took the car for its trial spin this morning at Kentucky Speedway. His students essentially did all of this themselves, including fundraising to afford all the parts and building it from scratch.
The only time we would ever step in is if we see something that might be of a significant safety issue, and even then we just say, you might want to consider doing this and here are your different options, and they have to choose.
Trials went well. Even the Speedway general manager approves.
Who thinks of this? Like, how do you get all this to work?
That was the easy part. Hard part comes next month at Texas Motor Speedway, where the kids and their car will be under intense scrutiny before ever being allowed to enter it into the race.
If one thing is off and the car breaks down and someone gets hurt, this entire program gets shut down.
We tell them, it said, no pressure, but there's going to be pressure. You are basically setting the stage for what comes forward.
Meaning victory in next month's race would come way before any checkered flag.
Many schools, their first 2 or 3 years, they don't make it past scrutiny. So that's our main goal, is just to make it past.
So to be able to get through that and our car be safe enough, to be street legal, that's incredible.
In Sparta, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
Well, it's the weekend before Halloween. It's gray and gloomy out. I thought it'd be the perfect day to go check out one of Lexington's spookiest houses.
We've been doing this for about 17 years. It just keeps getting bigger though every year. We just do it for the kids. We like them to get out and touch everything, walk around the yard. It's not a house that you just sit in the car. We want you to actually get out and just touch everything.
What's that? The weather this weekend? Yeah, I'm hearing from Bill it may be a little frightening.
It is a lot of work. It's definitely worth it, yeah. Just watching the kids happy, just watching people enjoy it.
It may not be Kentucky, but still the sun was shining on this temporary home.
Kentucky! Kentucky!
An absolutely unbelievable win, bringing True Blue fans to the brink.
I was just believing in God at that point. I did not expect that. It was just an insane game. Go Cats!
Lynn Bowden Jr. leading his team to a Belk Bowl victory in his final performance as a Kentucky Wildcat.
Who's the legend?
Lynn Bowden!
We are the key Kentucky Wildcat.
Tension on the field between the teams could be felt in the stands, but ultimately it was the Cats who harnessed the energy and cranked out a win True Blue fans will never forget. 2 Lynn Bowden touchdowns, and that pass, the touchdown pass, to bring that victory home and earn him the title of MVP.
He never got rattled, he never got tired, marched the stride down here. And don't forget the defensive play to end it on a defensive score, because this is Coach Stoops' program.
A storybook ending to Lynn Bowden's Kentucky career, and for the 11 other seniors playing their final game in Kentucky Blue, and Big Blue Nation is rejoicing.
We did it! I prayed for Kentucky to win. Hey, I'll be and get my check. I'll be the money to get my check.
They call themselves the Amigos.
Are you afraid to tell your age?
Debbie's a baby.
Although this group has grown to more than just 3.
Gradually, all these old people found us and kind of attached themselves to us, and we attached ourselves to them.
Every single week, the Amigos volunteer with Habitat for Humanity on different projects, a tradition for 92-year-old Lyle Back that spanned more than 2 decades.
Hang doors, hang kitchen cabinets, put down molding. Back in the old days, we did a lot of different jobs.
We used to do roofing and all those, but OSHA says we're too old, we're not allowed to anymore, so.
Today, their job is in the woodwork shop. In fact, Habitat uses volunteers in all different roles, from remodel projects to the restore.
There's no expectation that you know, and there's no preference that you know. We want you to be willing and to learn and willing to show up.
Now, the Amigos Foundation is built not only in service, but also friendship. Bill DeVore says about this time last summer, his wife was in Cardinal Hill dealing with some health problems. He found out he had just 4 days to build a ramp to bring her home. He never asked for the Amigos' help.
Here they came on the Thursday, and in one day we built that ramp. It's 30 feet long.
While volunteering is considered an act of giving, the Amigos say what they're gaining is so much more.
It just humbles you. It really does.
It's a great job. It's wonderful. You feel like you're really helping out at a cause that needs it.
In Lexington, Kylan Mills, LEX 18 News.
And that was kind of the very beginning, I guess.
Chances are you grew up with someone like Alex Elswick, a star on the Henry Clay baseball diamond, an even more promising student. At 18, he moved just 30 minutes away from home to Center College in Danville.
I don't think many people I grew up with would have said that's a kid who's going to get addicted.
But Alex did. The first red flag was an arrest for marijuana. Then 2 months later, a doctor prescribed him oxycodone for wisdom teeth surgery. When that pill bottle ran out, he found another and another.
And I was making good grades as I was getting more and more addicted, so I kind of believed the lie that meant that I didn't have a problem, you know, when it quickly became apparent that I really had a problem.
Alex jokes he was the last person in Kentucky to know. After 2 years of relapses, an introduction to heroin and homelessness, he figured it out.
For me, rock bottom looked like sleeping under a bridge. I mean, I was literally sleeping under the Highway 35 overpass in downtown Dayton and shooting heroin and holding a cardboard sign. And a lot of times I tell people, even though I don't look like the stereotype today, when I was in the depths of addiction, I very much looked like a living, breathing stereotype of heroin addiction.
Eventually, Alex found his way out of the cycle. He credits the many programs that helped him, but most importantly, his privilege.
It's not like it was toughness or grit that got me sober. It's not like I'm in recovery because I'm strong. Those narratives just aren't real. I'm in recovery because I got access to all the help that I needed. And a lot of my friends don't have access to those things, and that's where Voices of Hope comes in.
Voices of Hope is how Alex is returning the favor these days. It's his nonprofit focused on support in recovery. On any night in the office off Old Vine, you'll find free programming such as AA meetings, sober social events, and Alex's favorite,
What happened there?
telephone recovery support, a method of calling people in treatment and checking up on them.
All we're doing is keeping them engaged and trying to build a rapport with them and connect. And sometimes people tell us that the phone call they get from us is the most meaningful human connection they have all week.
Alex is also involved in the University of Kentucky's Collegiate Recovery Community. It's a sober living program for students with the goal of one day having an independent dorm. On top of that, he's often out in the community raising awareness and offering hope to people in recovery.
We're not hiding out from the community. We stand up and shout out and say, I'm in recovery and I'm proud of that. And I think that goes a long way towards changing the narrative around addiction and recovery.
It's a long way to changing that narrative, but Alex plans on doing his part. As someone in recovery himself, he knows how hard the journey is and where people and programs can help.